Hello, friends and family, and welcome back to Let's Talk About It. Let's give Minister Roosevelt and Oneness a great hand. They did a great job singing that song. We thank God for them and just welcome them to the family. Today we have Sister Deborah Willis. How you doing?
I'm wonderful, Minister Jim.
Thank you. Thank you for coming on the show, and you have a powerful testimony. I heard it many years ago, last year, and just the way you just shared and come across, I just had to have you on the program.
Thank you.
So you could just share the testimony.
Thank you so much.
So how you been?
I'm wonderful. I'm wonderful. Great.
How's the boys?
Wonderful.
So
I'm getting older.
Okay, now tell me, when you was out there, just when you was dealing with the young man you were dating and he was out there in the street dealing drugs, a drug dealer, and just tell the viewers and the family out there how God just delivered you.
Oh wow, where do I start? We never married. I stayed with him 13 years. 2 sons of the relationship. They're now 22 and 19. We got together when I was 15. He was actually 18, a few years older. Dated him through high school. Afterwards, had the boys. Everything was fine during that time. Seemingly after the boys came, that's when the drug activity started.
So he wasn't involved heavily in drugs before the boys?
No.
Or during the pregnancy?
No.
All this came about after they
Yes.
was here? Okay.
Yes. If he was involved before the pregnancy, I had no idea, and that's how the enemy does. He's a master disguise of what he does.
Yes, be not ignorant of his devices. Yes.
Amen. Puppy love, infatuation, I guess, being young, naive, stayed with him 13 years. I can recollect times when being in an apartment with them, and we had both of the boys. One of them, Chris, was maybe about 2 then.
Okay.
Leslie was a baby. Leslie Jr. was a baby. And I remember a house invasion. And I'm thinking,
house invasion?
Yes, I remember a house invasion. And
by who? JSO or SWAT or?
No, these were robbers coming to rob another.
So another drug dealer coming and robbing another drug dealer.
Right.
And they invaded your house.
No.
No.
And that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
I remember looking out the window, and I remember thinking about my babies. I remember thinking, what have you done? What have you done? He's like, they're not coming here. They're not coming here. I'm like, no, they're coming here. You know what you're doing. They're coming here. But, even back then, even before Christ, how God covered me and my babies, how they invaded the robbers or what have you, invaded the gentleman next door. And at that point, that's when I began to start thinking, wow, my grandmother didn't raise me like this.
Yeah.
This is beginning to be serious. Still stayed with them up until the boys were 6 and 8 years old.
Wow. Many years after.
Yes, many years after. Still trying to hang in there, saying, we don't have to do this. We don't have to live like this. I'll live with you in a shack if I have to. I don't have to have these things. The boys don't have to have these things. And finally, that last time he went to jail for 10 months, he promised me no more of this. 2 months after he gets out, same old thing. And God gave me the courage and the strength, even at that time, even 2 months before accepting Christ, I guess he was dealing with me.
Amen.
I left him. I took my boys.
Now, you didn't want for anything?
No, my boys, we were going towards us, and they would just get whatever they want. Whatever they want, whatever they wanted.
So while he was living that type of lifestyle, you or the boys, everything that you need, or he made sure that he provided for you?
He did. But once again, Mr. Jeff, if I would, the devil will do anything he can to keep you.
Yes, amen.
And those gifts, they're temporary. Anything the enemy has to offer.
So those blinded things, you know, you actually can't get past material things.
Yes.
You know, you'll get lost and get caught up.
Yes.
That, you know, he's providing, I'm getting everything I want.
Yes.
Nice clothes, cars, jewelry.
Baby's being taken care of. You know, I love you here and there. Weekends, sometimes I don't see him come back, but money is there when he comes back. God knows doing whatever he's doing, but still.
I don't care how you getting it, as long as you take care of us.
A deception of the enemy.
Deception.
A deception of the enemy. And I was, you know, just naive, not necessarily wanting to continue in the lifestyle, but just so infatuated and I guess loving him and, you know, you would either accept me for this or nothing at all, and I accepted it. And it was just...
So besides that raid, was it any violence? Or?
Yes. There were times when there was domestic violence. Even right after leaving him, there was an incident where child support was involved. He had to pay child support, this $1,500 or something like that. And he came to the church and he was like, "Where's my money? I had gotten the money. I had used it for my kids." Came
to the church?
Yes. Came to the church.
But that devil bold, isn't he?
Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh my God.
The devil don't care nothing about if you saved or unsaved. He don't care nothing about nobody.
Nothing about nobody. I recollect him even saying, and Bishop Callahan was our bishop at the time, I remember him saying, "Forget Pastor Callahan." He didn't say it like that.
Right.
Forget Pastor Callahan. Right on his church grounds, right there. He took me, he jumped on me, you know, left, and it was the grace of God because he said, "I'll kill you right here." Went to the trunk of his car, and I don't know if a gun was in there or not, but it wasn't there when he came from the trunk of the car. When he slammed down the trunk, he slammed it against the car. He said, "You better have my money." And he pulled off.